Welcome back to Leap Taken, where I talk all things witchy, craft related, law of attraction, manifesting, esoteric, and everything else in between. Today's Sunday deep dive is one I've been looking forward to: the witch as a time weaver. So when I say time weaver, I'm talking about the way witches bend, stitch, and reshape timelines with our magic. Every spell is a thread. Every ritual is a stitch. And if you've ever cast a spell, journaled an intention, or honored an ancestor, you've already been weaving time. We're going to cover the past, present, and future, how witches interact with each other, and then explore techniques, dangers, yes, dangers, and practical ways you can step into your role as a weaver of timelines. So grab your journal, light a candle, and let's go deep. Time in witchcraft. Witches don't view time as linear. So moon phases just mean cycles repeat. Sabbats is the wheel of the year turns endlessly. There's no conclusion. Astrology is planets return, retrograde, and cycle back. Magic aligns us to these cycles, showing us time isn't a straight line, but a spiral. When witches cast spells, we aren't escaping time. We're entering its rhythm and bending it to purpose. Think back to the first time you noticed magic and time colliding. Maybe you cast a spell and felt deja vu. Maybe you did ancestor work and felt past lives pressing in. For me, it was a spell aligning perfectly with a future outcome, almost as if I had traveled to the future and saw exactly how it would be. And in the present, I literally made it so. Time isn't just linear. Witches work with cycles, again, moon phases, Sabbats, astrological seasons. Every spell is both anchored in a moment and stretching beyond it. Casting under a full moon ties your spell to every full moon that's ever been and every one to come. Witches don't just live in time, we bend it. Weaving the past. So lighting candles to heal generational wounds, offering food or water to empower ancestors and strengthen yourself. When we heal the past, we shift what flows into the present. This is ancestral magic and weaving the past. Journaling on past traumas or versions of self. Writing a letter to your teenage self and sealing it with love. These are aspects of shadow work, also weaving the past. Yes, witches can cast backward. I'm talking retroactive magic. So an example would be envision sending healing to yourself in a difficult moment years ago. It doesn't change the event, but it shifts the energy signature and how it ripples forward. What past moment in your life could benefit from your magic right now? What would you send yourself if you could? Would it be love, courage, clarity, protection? The witch in the past. To clarify and go just a little deeper, ancestral magic can be about healing wounds or reclaiming power from those who came before. An example of that could be lighting candles for ancestors to break generational patterns. Shadow work can be confronting your own past selves to release what no longer serves. And again, retroactive magic can be writing letters to a younger self, blessing old wounds. Every time you heal a past version of yourself, you shift the timeline you're living on today. Weaving the future. So let's talk manifestation magic. Every spell is an act of future creation, visualization, affirmation, sigils. Those are threads that pull outcomes closer. And then there's future self-work, meditations where you meet your future self, your future witch self, asking, what do you already know that I haven't learned yet? Dream magic. So dreams as windows into possible futures. Keep a dream journal for recurring symbols. And then there's layered prosperity. So a candle spell repeated every waxing moon. Each repetition strengthens the timeline until it must manifest. The witch in the future. Manifestation, all future magic is casting threads forward. Future self-connection is going to be about journaling or meditating with the witch you're becoming. Dream magic is all about dreams as messages from potential futures. And again, layering spells is just repeating a prosperity spell each waxing moon. And to clarify, that's stacking energy across time. Your future is already responding to you. The present, the loom itself. Present moment is the loom where past and future threads meet. Everyday magic keeps your weaving active. So stirring your tea clockwise with intention, or lighting daily candles, using affirmations in the mirror, having your coven meetings, having your sister circles, your drum circles, taking that nature walk, looking for signs from nature, from spirit, from ancestors. All of those things count. Ritual repetition. Every time you repeat, you strengthen the current weave. So a good example would be a daily grounding charm. So a stone in your pocket or a breath ritual. It anchors you in now so you can weave more intentionally. What small daily act could you commit to that reminds you, I am weaving time right now? The witch and the present. The present is where past and future meet. Power of presence is your body and spirit are the loom. Everyday magic, again, is stirring your coffee or your tea. Journaling, affirmations. These are micro spells that ripple out. Ritual repetition anchors magic in the now. A good example, again, would be a daily protective charm, which is equal to ongoing present tense weaving. Advanced techniques for time weaving. Spell journaling across time. Write down spells, return weeks or months later to annotate outcomes. You'll see echoes, what worked, what repeated. Then there's letters across time. Write to your past self. This can release some shame. Write to your future self and set a contract. Seasonal rituals as time anchors. Each Samhain, leave notes for your future self to open at the next Samhain. It builds a spiral of communication with yourself across years. Ancestor offerings as time fuel. The more you feed the past, the stronger the present becomes. Future casting ritual. long-term candle burns or jar spells designed to open across months, years. More about techniques for time weaving. Spell journaling or Book of Shadows. So track spells, results, reflections. When you look back at old entries, you see the stitches of your magic woven through time. This is why I love creating my Books of Shadows and my Witchy activity book. They're more than journals, they're tools to witness your own weaving. Then again, about those letters across time, writing to past or future self. Those seasonal cycles connecting present ritual to every year's equinox or solstice. And those ancestor offerings, empower the past to strengthen the present. Future casting ritual, again, setting intention candles to burn for long-term goals. Challenges, dangers, and ethics. Over-focus on future can result in anxiety and obsession. Over-focus on past can lead to stagnation, repeated cycles. Timeline obsession is trying to control outcomes, and this leads to burnout. And on an ethical note, don't weave other people's timelines without consent. Focus on yourself, ancestors who welcome your aid, or collective healing with clarity. What I'd like you to take away as far as the challenges and warnings is that over-focusing on the future will lead to anxiety. Over-focusing on the past will bring about stagnation. And a reminder, the present is the loom. Stay grounded. Don't obsess over timelines like, did I do it right? Magic is fluid, not mechanical. Again, this is where journaling becomes crucial. When you record spells in a Book of Shadows or grimoire or even my Witchy activity book, you're not just tracking, you're weaving. You're literally tying the future to the present by writing it down. Being a witch means being a time weaver. Every spell is a stitch. Every intention is a thread, and you, standing in the present, are the loom. We weave to heal what came before us. We weave to empower the present moment. We weave to call forth the futures we desire. So the next time you light a candle or whisper a charm, remember, you are weaving time itself. I'd love to hear from you. How do you already weave time in your practice? Drop your reflections in the comments. And if you'd like to work with me more deeply, go to my website, leaptaken.com. I offer mentorship practices as well as tarot readings and a Ask a Witch service as well that sort of goes into topics like this. And again, you can purchase my Books of Shadows and Grimoires, including the Witchy Activity book, at leaptaken.com, Amazon, and the TikTok shop. And of course, join memberships here at YouTube for exclusive rituals and spell walkthroughs that I don't share publicly. Until next time, may your threads be strong and your magic woven true.